Taki-shit, go, 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 go.
Hi, I'm Joe Cornish. I did the makeup on Turner and Hooch.
Oh, shut up, you silly fish.
Hello, I'm Adamand.
I'm Jogo Tokyo.
And together we're Adamand, Jogo Tokyo. So hold tight for another 30 minutes of pets, sticky back plastic and charity appeals.
Oh, I think that's Blue Peter.
Oh, yeah. This is the show with all the amazing gadgets, rock music and the coolest culture from Japan, isn't it?
Hi.
On tonight's show, we explore the world of chatting up ladies for cash at one of Tokyo's top host bars. We land ourselves apart in this year's biggest Japanese superhero movie. And we've got top sounds from Beatmasters Seamonator and DJ Taki-shit.
But first, let's take a look at some of the stories that have caught our eyes this week
In the Go Tokyo Update. Update. Music news now, Joe, and it's Tattoo.
Excellent. What are they up tattoo this time?
They are in town to shoot their new video, and they are massive here in Japan. But Japan has several tattoo-style groups of its own, and we're going to show you Jumelia, so-called, because they're made of two girls called Julia and Emily. Have you seen Jumelia?
I certainly have, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again, and again, and again.
They're nothing like Tattoo, of course, despite the fact that they are schoolgirl uniform wearing teenage lesbotic panty flashing lovely ladies. They have a style all of their very own, despite the fact that they have actually covered Tattoo's All the Things She Said. Take a look. What did you make of that?
Well, I thought it was exciting, interesting. I like the fact that they'd added nothing to the mix at all. They'd simply copied it. That, to me, is very sexy. There's something stupid and easy about it, which, frankly, attracts me.
When are we going to do our version?
Never.
Why?
The only disappointing thing, I'm changing the subject, is that they aren't real lesbians either. They go to kiss and they do a tiny little peck on the cheek and then giggle as if it was disgusting. And that, to me, is disappointing. Tut, 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 girls. Make more of an effort. C-. Up next, news of a major feature film release coming up in a couple of weeks here in Tokyo. It's called Dragon Head, and it tells the story of a group of school kids who are on their way to school in a subway train when suddenly there's a terrible crash and they emerge to discover that the whole of Tokyo has been wiped out by a huge apocalyptic incident. And this movie plays on the fear that people who live here in Tokyo have of a huge earthquake. Let's look at the trailer.
ここ東京だよな。一体どうなっちまったんだよ。
なんか普通だよね。
世界は今までお前らが思ってたものとは違った。俺弱くて何もできないで闇と仲良くなるんだよ。行くぞ。絶対生き続けてやる。
We've experienced a couple of tremors while we've been here, haven't we, Adam?
A couple of big ones, Joe, yeah. I had an experience the other night when stuff started moving and you get very short of breath. Oh, and I sat up in bed, I thought I was having a Russell heart attack.
Russell heart attack?
Yeah, you know.
Russell hearty attack.
Sitting on my island of objectivity, it seems as if the bed is shaking.
It's a film about life, it's a film about love, it's a film about us. But anyway, Dragon Head has everything in it to guarantee major box office success. The devastated Tokyo preying on people's subconscious fear of a major earthquake, and also a terrific warblicious song. Balance your boy-orientated special effects with warbling for the ladies and bish bash bosh ka-ching, you're in the money.
Now, Joe, what would you say if I told you I was going to take politics and pop and mix them together.
The two P's, they don't go together, Adam. They never work.
Well, that's in the UK, of course, not the case here in Japan, where the outspoken Secretary for Foreign Affairs, whose name is Ichita Yamamoto, has a single out, and it's a kind of infectious dance pop tune which is putting forth some of his political ideas.
Is it infectious?
You decide.
He's got a whole album, you know,
Really?
called Nisekake no Democracy, meaning fake democracy, and he's keen to sweep out old fogies and old thinkers from the Japanese political system. I think it's great that you can think about important political things and dance at the same time.
Is that what you're doing now?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. What are the important political things you're thinking
I'm
about?
just thinking about petty crime.
Oh, that's important.
Get rid of petty crime.
Guess what I'm thinking about?
What?
Reforming the legislature.
Really?
Yes.
I'm thinking about whether the House of Lords is really the sort of thing we should have in a modern political system.
That's brilliant, but you should do a different dance for that.
Why? What sort of a dance? That's not a dance.
It is.
Is it?
That's the House of Lords dance.
Everybody knows about hostess bars, where men go for a bit of female company and maybe a bit of something else.
But when we heard that there was a male equivalent in Japan where women sit and pay very good money to be entertained by good-looking young men, we felt that we should investigate.
If you're a lonely young lady who craves romance, why not head to a male host bar? They're the latest success story in Tokyo nightlife, and the sexy, sexy men who work in them can earn up to £10,000 a month just by being unusually nice to women and helping them get pissed up on expensive booze. Shinya Saki is one of the top hosts in town, and tonight he's going to help us try our hands. But first we have to look the part, so we arranged to meet him at his favourite hair salon.
I think people in England might imagine that hosting is somehow to do with sex, but it's not, is it?
で体を求める人にはそういうふうな場合も、ありえなくはないですけど、ただそれを、ね、やらないで営業してどこまで引っ張っていけるか。ではやっぱこうね、王子様じゃないけど、引っ張っていくっていうのは僕らの仕事かなっていう。
Do you think we look okay in general? Are we going to make good hosts?
そうだね。まず、スーツはもう問題ないですね。この辺のすごくいい。ナイスナイス。
Really?
あとやっぱ髪型をちょっと変えてもらって。
The whole host look is a bit Chesney Hawkes, and I've been told I look a bit like Chesney Hawkes, so I think it might be quite a good look for me.
Yeah, it's all about the 80s, isn't it?
She's doing an amazing hand technique on my hair that I've christened Harigami.
She's giving me the wurzel.
Well, here it is, the finished product.
I'm Randy Ruffian.
And I'm Kawaii 5-0.
Let's host.
We're heading for Bar Romance, which boasts some of the most powerfully gorgeous hosts in town, all dedicated to romancing the knickers off every woman who walks in the door. But before the lucky ladies arrive, it's time for a team-building exercise. Unsure what a single word of that meant, we decided to grill our fellow employees on the science of hosting.
So it's obviously important to keep women buying drinks, because that's how you make money for the bar. How do you regulate how much she drinks? At what stage do you refill the glass, for instance?
なんか飲んで飲んでってこうコールをかけてあげてお客さんを飲ませて。
Don't you get really drunk then by the end of the night?
いやそれはもうもちろん酔いますけど、一応仕事中なので気を張って酔わないようにはしてますね。吐く時もやっぱりありますけど、やっぱ出しちゃってからまたそれでもまた飲むみたいな形に。
So, I'm not very good at talking to women.
Oh, come on.
What lines work best for you guys?
で女の子が身につけてるもので、ブランド物とかを褒めてあげたりとか、髪の毛を切ってきたねとかそういうで
まあそこから全然変わったテレビの話だとかをして。
When the customers start to arrive, they all look capable of attracting nice young men without having to pay a penny. So why do they come here?
なんかみんなちやほやしてくれるし、向こうが盛り上げてくれるから、ここに来れば疑似恋愛ができることがすごいお姫様な気分で。
Finally, it was time for us to host. But looking like a pair of sweaty toilet brushes and without a single word of Japanese between us, things were already bleak.
Oh, lovely evening, isn't it?
Eh?
Lovely evening. You're very beautiful.
Do you like TV?
Television.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen The Office?
Would you like another drink? Oh, okay. You got one for me.
So I would say the chances of us scoring are low.
We're not looking to score, though, are we? We just want to get more booze in her and be charming.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Do you come here often? What's a girl like you doing in a place like this?
If romance wasn't already dead, that night we killed it.
Well, I'm the host with the least.
I think that's baffling. Why a woman would go in there and spend £130 on average to be chatted up
By you.
by me, I do not know.
Well, we tried.
Let's go home to bed alone.
Together?
No.
Oh. Joe, man, why are we dressed like this?
Well, Adam, we're dressed like this in honour of our next guest, Dandy Sakano. These are the official costumes worn when playing his frantic, famous pointing game, Gets, that's been sweeping the nation.
Dandy Sakano first hit the scene in 1996, and he's now a major celebrity with 2 top-rated TV shows and this hit single, Oh Nice Gets, which is currently #1 in the independent music charts. Pointing like Dandy has become an overnight craze in Japan, with school playgrounds and offices nationwide echoing to the sound of Gets.
So we're very pleased to welcome comedian and finger-happy chappy Dandy Sakano. Hello, Dandy.
Welcome, Dandy.
Gets! He's on it already. So Gets is a catchphrase and it's a game, it's a kind of Japanese phenomenon. How did you come up with the idea?
ある日、寝てると枕元に神様が舞い降りて You say, Gets 次の日、ステージで Gets and turn ってな具合です。
Sakano-san, not only is this a terrific catchphrase, Gets,
Catchphrase Gets.
but it's more than that. It's a game that people can play. It's a little like scissor, paper, stone. Can you explain to us how the game works?
あっち向いて Gets
Achimute gets.
Gets この後上右左下この4方向でどれか1箇所に上げるかやることです。
Everyone on our team here has been getsing like crazy ever since we first saw you, and we think we're pretty good at it.
So basically, we'd like to challenge you to a gets battle.
Do you accept the challenge?
喜んで。
Okay, well, if you would get our getsing equipment, the giant hands, I'll explain the rules. Dandy-san will have 30 seconds to beat Adam and I 6 times. Usually the game's played with 6 contestants. We're doing a boiled-down version. Let's see just how good he is.
The contestants are getting in shape, fingers are pointing. You guys.
I'm not.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
あっち向いて Gets 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 あっち向いて Gets
Oh, man. We were massacred.
It was a slaughter.
So how...
よくやった
Sakano-san.
いいんだよ Never mind.
That was amazing. That was such a rush.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Gets!
Now, let's face it, when you visit a foreign country, you quickly forget how to ask the way to the station, but you always remember the swear words.
So this week, as a special treat, we're giving you the chance to learn how to swear in Japanese from the comfort of your own home.
We've been here for some time now, so understandably our team are keen to test out some abuse on us. So for this week's Go Tokyo 5, we present the top 5 insults. And here to present us with insult number 5 is Miyuki. Hello, Miyuki.
Hello.
Okay, treat Adam gently. Let's hear the first insult.
Okay. 団子バナのクマ娘。
Oh, look at that reaction. Dango bana no kuma muzume.
What did she say?
That insult actually means you are a hairy girl with a dumpling nose. Are you actually quite deep down somewhere inside genuinely a little bit hurt by that?
Do you know what? I'm not, because that actually describes my favourite kind of woman.
A hairy girl with a dumpling nose.
Insult number 4 is going to be delivered to you, Joe, by Nana. Nana, deliver the insult, please.
ちっちゃいケツの穴。
Oh. You go, girl.
Wait,
Charlie's Angels.
Well, that seemed pretty dismissive.
Actually, what she said was chichai ketsu no ana, which means you coward. Now, that's the colloquial meaning of the phrase. The literal meaning is you have a small anus.
How do you connect having a small anus with cowardice?
I think generally size equals prowess. So if you've got a big, loose sphincter, then maybe you're going to be able to produce big, manly tods.
It's not something you generally go around sort of comparing the size of, though, is it? Look, I can get a melon up and 4 kids.
If you could get a melon up there, I would be impressed.
You'd think I was macho?
Yeah. And the fact is that now we come to talk about it, I don't know if you've ever put anything of any considerable size up your bumhole. And that's why I've always never quite thought that much of you.
Well, my reputation is in tatters, but I'd like to assure viewers that I've got a huge anus.
Nice.
And insult number 3 will be delivered by Mai. Hello, Mai.
Hello.
Hello. Please deliver your insult to Adam with as much relish and gusto as you can muster.
Oh, can you hold the relish?
And the muster.
チンチクリーム。
Do you know what? I recognise the tone of that. Would I be right in guessing that you are somehow impugning my gentlemanhood?
No, you're wrong. It's
Really?
nothing to do with your trouser area. What Mai actually said to you was that you are a short, short man.
No, short? Not just short.
It's a condescending phrase. Is that something you find insulting?
Well, it's a kind of a recurring theme on this show, isn't it?
Could you just spit that out in the street if somebody you didn't like did something you didn't like? Could you just call them short? Would that still have impact as an insult?
Yes, it does.
Thank you, Mai. You've really ruined Adam's day. Well done.
Yeah, see you, Mai. Time now for insult number 2, which will be delivered by Steve, also known as Sturv. Sturv, do your worst.
お前の母さんデベソ
Steve lived briefly in Los Angeles, and there's a little touch of the hood about that insult, I felt.
Your mother has a protruding navel.
That, Steve, is frankly beyond the pale. How dare you bring my mother into this?
Hey, whoa,
She's
Joe,
probably watching, and you're saying she's got a protruding navel.
Joe, easy. Boy, that's only the number 2 insult as well, and poor old Sturv is really getting a kicking from Joe. Joe hates people saying anything about his mother, and to imply that she has a protruding navel
And one more!
has sent him right over the edge. Oh, let's just leave this one, man. This one's too hot. Are you all right, Sturv?
That's for you, Mum. I love you. And now, gentle viewers, steel yourself for the number 1 Japanese insult. Here to deliver it is the head of our lighting team, Akira-san, of course. Genuinely a very lovely man, but he sure can deliver a fearsome insult. If you would now like to give it your most and insult Adam, please.
このクソったれじじい
Look into those eyes. He means it. Whatever he's saying, he means it. He's got a bead on you, Buxton, and he's not letting you go until he's bruised your soul.
He's been looking at me weird right throughout the series.
Has he?
Yep.
Oh, that was unprovoked, unprompted. He did that off his own back. He means it. This is coming from the heart, the black heart of Akio-san.
Look, he's shaking, for Christ's sake.
He's trembling with anger. It's three of the most devastating words in the English language. Translated into English, it means shitty, old, goat. The most useless of all farm animals. You're good for nothing but the knacker's yard, Buxton. Stumbling across the farmer's field on your knobbly old legs caked in your old excrement. You shitty old goat.
However, I am very sure-footed when it comes to steep hills.
And is it any wonder that that is the #1 insult?
In the shitty old goat, Tokyo 5.
As regular viewers will know, we're still doing our best to become big in Japan. A couple of weeks ago, we enlisted the help of one of the best agents in Tokyo.
Well, this week she finally came through for us and landed us a part in a major Japanese superhero film.
With a staggering 27 series and 9 movies to date, The Masked Rider stands alongside Ultraman and Godzilla as one of Japan's greatest TV icons. This year sees the release of the 10th Masked Rider movie, and incredibly, we've got a part in it.
Everything we've worked for has built up to this day, a starring role in a major motion picture.
Behind us you can see the stadium where we'll be filming our crucial scenes. It's a massive film project that's going to make us huge in Japan.
Inside the stadium, the cameras have already started rolling, but we aren't due to be called for a while yet, so we decide to get to know some of our fellow cast members. After all, they've probably heard of us, but we'd like to know a little bit about them.
Now, I imagine when this movie comes out, things are going to get pretty crazy for us. Do you get a lot of hassle on the street? Do people recognize you everywhere?
そうですね。最近結構電車とか見つかれるようになりましたね。
Do you think it's possible for people like me and Adam to become famous here in Japan at all by being in a film like this?
それはもう全然可能なことだと思いますし、日本人は外国人だということで、いざ自分と接するということになると引いちゃうとこあるんですけど、画面上で見る分には大好きだと思うんで、本当に個性を出していけば全然 OK だと思います。
Soon we spot someone walking in a strange way and pointing at things, and realize it's Masked Rider director Ryuta Tasaki. We decide to chat to him about our roles and discuss our motivation.
We haven't received a script yet, so can you tell us something about Masked Rider, what it is?
一人の男がスーパーヒーローに変身して、日本で仮面ライダーと言ったら多分知らない人はいないだろうっていうぐらいフェイマスな有名な、番組で大きなヒットになると思ってます。
We've never worked with a Japanese director before. What kind of thing do you want from us?
今日は何のために来たのかよく分かってないんですけども。
Well, to be in the movie.
ちょっとじゃあこれチェックしてみますけども。
Yeah, we're good. We can improvise as well. You know, just throw us into a scene. We'll go anywhere you want with it. You know.
でもやっぱお二人の名前載ってないみたいですね。やっぱちょっと何かの手違いでこちらに来られたんじゃないかと思いますけど。
Well, look, there's been some kind of a misunderstanding because we were unequivocally told we were going to be in this film, and frankly, I'm a bit angry, and Adam's a little more angry.
We're both equity.
We really need to be in this film. Is there anything you can give us?
本当に特別にですよ。ちょっとだけ役がありますので。
Good one. Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
あそこの奥の方で見ててください。
Well, we look forward to working with you a bit later. Thanks a lot. See you later.
Armed with a clearer sense of what we can bring to the project, we take our positions alongside our supporting cast on the huge stadium set.
So we'll do our scene here.
Probably. We're probably playing ordinary people going to a game or something. Like Robert De Niro in The Fan or Pacino in Any Given Sunday.
Don't touch her! Don't you touch her!
You
regret it!
How dare!
Don't you touch her! She's done nothing! Nothing!
Oh, she fell over.
I don't think she's that good.
She's all right, she hasn't really got the looks.
She doesn't know the craft. I tell you what, you can't beat the theatre.
That's very true. I can't wait to get back
Because it's real, because you've got people in front of you.
Yes.
Because it's an audience in front of you. And they're right there and you're getting something up. And that's something you can't beat.
I would do this very differently.
How would you do this?
Well, I would sit on the bike slightly more forward.
Why is he sitting like... See, yeah.
We're not in the programme, I mean, there's a lot of photos of the cast here, but there's no photos of us.
The hours drag by and still no close-up. Most of the children seem happy enough, but we've never been treated so shabbily.
This is a disaster.
I'm sorry, but not even Jim Davidson would call this a big break.
We're reduced to the status of toddlers watching the Teletubbies live.
It's time to get a new agent.
The avenues are gradually being closed to us, Joe.
They are. But hey, man, don't be too depressed, because when that film hits DVD, people buy it in England, and there's a wide shot of that crowd, our performances will sing through. We were big. We registered big. Playing us out tonight are Rhyme King's MC Seamonator and his very good friend DJ Taki-shit.
Seamonator translates as dirty stories. I hope they're going to keep it clean tonight. They're going to be playing their smash hit single, Jonetsu Tropicana.
MC Seamonator will be wearing a traditional Tengu mask that's usually used to ward off evil spirits in the home. We'll see you next week.
The man dancers are warmed up, so rock their bells, boys.
Japanese culture, long nose to master. Hey, yo! Yeah, yeah! ここはそこな素敵のジョーカー年中お祭りあなたもどうだ働く気持ちはスノーダウン遊ぶための主役グローバルここは夢島時間は決まって気まま俺たち楽しみたいだけ人生最大のゲームさあ Put your hands up, yo, Tropicana, what, yo, Tropicana, what, yo, Tropicana, natsu, tokonatsu, yeah, 俺のパンツがないよ夢看板の感情熱求めるやつらの行列娯楽の全てがここにはあるさ悪さも全て許されるさどこまで俺も泳げばいいのどこまで行けばたどり着けるのバナナボートが疲れるまでシーブリーズがなくなるまでYo, Tropicana 手かざせYo, Tropicana Yo, Tropicana現実戻りたくねわがまま夢から覚めたくね体意識記憶の彼方